Oh, hello there. It must be time for the Week 9 recap. You've caught me just in the middle of some light reading, but I'll make time. Because, as everyone knows, there's nothing as important to me as this league, as evidenced by getting up at 4 o'clock in the morning and filming videos and just really looking like a weirdo, super on tilt. But I've stepped back from the edge, even though this week did not go as planned, but we'll get into that first. Got to recap the weekend. Cougs snuck that one out. That was a little bit, took a little bit more off of my life than I was hoping that I was going to. I was pretty confident going into that game that they were just going to roll Cal, and came out a little bit sleepy, but credit to Cal, good defense, and you know, maybe they win some more games down the stretch and it looks a little bit better, but I'll take the win as a win. And just came out tonight, also up to date, that we are once again 8, sorry they, not we, but we are 8 in the college football standings, or college football playoff standings. So, I mean, I don't think it's really going to happen. We're not going to get in the top 4, but it sure is fun, and I'll just take a Rose Bowl. So, let's keep doing it. Me and Sattler had the fortune of taking in the Seahawks disaster this weekend. A couple of game highlights. I spilled beer on an old lady's bag, and she wasn't really happy about it. It was an expensive beer, and I was pretty pissed. Also, we're not supposed to have beer in our section, so that makes it super cool to go to games these days. But yeah, pick 6 happened, and me and Sattler were like, all right, let's pack it up and get out of here. And by the time I got to my car, the Hawks are down, you know, in the red zone with a chance to tie the game, and I felt kind of like an asshole for leaving, but I beat the crowd. So, and they still lost, so I don't feel too bad about it. I might have felt bad if like they came back and actually won. But I'm okay with it, especially, like I said, because we can't have beer in our section. So hopefully moving next year. Enough of my woes. Well, no, on to more of my woes, actually. Campbell, F&G, back in first place after taking me out, 161 to 133. Ended up looking a little bit more respectable thanks to a nice showing from Dion Lewis last night, but pretty hard to beat. You know, Connor, Michael Thomas, James Conner, and Travis Kelce combined would have, you know, beat Mike. But I mean, that being said, Goff, Dion Lewis, and the Chicago defense would have beat Mike this week. But tough matchup, and fucking Campbell's in first, but getting the team back to full strength this week. Saquon's coming back, so y'all in big trouble. Noah took down Chambers 131 to 108. Chambers, bold play with old Mitchie the kid there, but you were up against Fitzmagic, and that was the tail of the tape there. So Noah, savvy pickup there, sir, and we'll see what that looks like going forward. Sattler in the nail biter of the week, just 5 points, taking down Dean. Jesus, Dean. I mean, you made it tough on him at least, but dude, 60 points from your 2 running backs. Must be nice to have Hunt and Kamara. Like, that's just well, I'll just take 50 points out of those guys every week. Ended up coming down to pretty much the defense, and Rams D, dude, let you down, and Minnesota D looked pretty good. So they're on to the bye, so we'll see what Sattler does on the wire there. Brad with the smackdown of the week on Mike, 142 to 80. Shit, Mike, 80 points. I love that this week Julio actually scores a touchdown for once, and then the rest of your team goes complete ghost. You know, not even 2 points from Tariq. That sucks. But so Brad's still in the hunt. Last game was Shu taking down Hazy 113 to 105. I feel bad for Hazy now. 6 losses in a row. That's like if that happened, like I wouldn't be doing any more of these fucking videos, and B, like people would be worried about me. Like, have you seen Rob in the last 6 months? Like, I don't know. Last time I heard from him, his team lost 6 in a row, and then like radio silence, and then like probably a year after that, they'd find my remains, like washed up on a shore somewhere. But keep your head up, Ozzy. Long season. Maybe you can get back into it. So looking forward to week 10 here. I get Chambers. So on paper it's a good matchup, but Chambers got some players that worry me. But I love the fact that I have Saquon back, and Dion Lewis looks like an actual running back, and Jared Goff looks like I've made a pretty good trade for Watkins so far. So I'll take that. I like my chances versus Chambers. Sattler versus Campbell. I don't even know who to root for, because yes, I want Campbell to lose, but I don't necessarily want Sattler to win either. So, I guess I just have to root for the underdog. So let's go Sats. Let's just make it all even and weird up at the top of the standings. Mike versus Dean. I don't have any strong feelings on this game, considering Mike's performance this past week. I gotta feel pretty good that Dean's 2 running backs almost outscored Mike's entire team. So I feel like Dean's probably the pick in that matchup. Ooh, and then we got the Marshall Bowl. Brad versus Hazy. Big Bro versus Little Bro. Big Bro to possibly send Little Bro to 7 straight losses. Do you want to do that to him? Do you understand what kind of damage that might cause to his psyche? Maybe you might want to sit a couple of guys on purpose just to give him a little let little brother win. But then that makes him even more mad. Huh. Well, think about that. And then we got the Black Hills shootout, Noah versus Shoe, down there. So Noah's kind of in the middle of the pack, and Shoemate is clawing in there too these days. So that'll shake out some of the stuff in the middle of the standings. So should be a fun week coming up. Other thoughts for the week. Cougs going to Boulder to play Buffalo. It should be, I was really confident going into the Cal game, and that was at home. So, we'll probably have another nail biter, and Massa will probably miss 2 field goals or something, and then we'll have to just sweat out every last second of basically every game that we've had to sweat out this year. So, I don't know. And then I don't even remember who the Seahawks play right now. I'm just so disappointed. I don't know if I'm that disappointed. They're probably playing better than expectations, but then that's a double-edged sword, because now I'm maybe they'll go 9-7, maybe 10-6, and sneak in the playoffs, and then get a road game and get crushed or whatever. But so then that even mediocre expectation is now that's getting dashed by losing games. But I said last week that the Chargers were tough, man. They've only lost to the Rams and the Chiefs. So okay, you gotta put the Chargers, if you're doing the fucking power rankings that they do every week, they're top 5. They're a strong team, so I don't feel that bad about the Hawks losing to them. But it's Hawks Rams. It's in LA, so I gotta run Goff out there and quietly root for Goff the way that Sattler was quietly rooting for Melvin Gordon while we were at CenturyLink Field. So not unlike that. I think that's it for this week. I hope you enjoyed our fireside chat, and I'll come at you next week with the Week 10 recap. Until then, y'all can suck my dick. Yeah.